All right, here is another type of verifying your trig identities. And again, this is Mr. S talking to you. This kind of problem, it's kind of complicated, but it's not too bad, okay? There is something that you must remember for the rest of your time in math classes. This here has the evil partner, the evil twin. It's 1 plus sign. The twin is 1 minus sign. The conjugate pair. So when you multiply this, you're always going to get that 1 minus sign squared. Okay? So just remember that. Every time you see 1 plus sign, the evil twin is 1 minus sign. If you see 1 minus sign, the evil twin is 1 plus sign. So the alternate pair on the sign, okay? So that's one thing you have to remember. Just that's how I do my simplifying or verifying. So I'm gonna say, well, this here, I'm gonna multiply this already by the evil twin. So 1 minus sign. Okay? So I'm going to multiply the top by 1 minus sign as well. Okay, move this out of the way. So I got 1 minus sign. Okay? Now I do not multiply those most of the time. I will multiply the bottom out. I'll just leave the top. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't multiply those in. It just makes me do more work. Okay? So you're gonna see why at the end. So now you're gonna get that multiply. We talked about this before, this being evil twin of the binomial. So when you multiply them, you get 1 minus sign square. Now 1 minus sign square, according to your cosine square plus sine square, that is Pythagorean theorem again. If I subtract this here, I can trade 1 minus sine square with a cosine square anytime. So I'm going to do that in the next line. I didn't even bother with the second part. Have I showed you the right side? Maybe not. Maybe I did, but don't remember. I'm getting too old for this. All right, so let's see. I'm going to trade that with a cosine square. Like that. So the top, here's the reason why I did not multiply it out. Okay, you got a cosine back here sitting on top, on the back of that parentheses, and you got cosine square. They can cancel each other out, divide each other out. So you got cosine left. So that whole part here is 1 minus sine over cosine. That's it. Okay, so let me shrink what I have here, because I'm about to do the second half of the problem. This plus here, I did not do anything to it. So now I got 1 minus sine on top of a cosine plus 1 plus sine on top of a cosine. I know it looks like evil twins, but they are not multiplying, so I will not call them evil twins. Okay, we're just gonna add them. So they have the same denominator. Oh, let's show you what we got on the right hand side. We're trying to get there. Okay, I didn't show you, but we're gonna get there. Typically your problems will have that shown. Okay, I just blocked it. So now I have the same denominator, so I can just add them with one denominator in the bottom, right? So you just add the top here together. So 1, you got negative sign and a positive sign, so that's a 0. 1 plus 1 makes a 2. Now, how is that equal to this? This here has its own 2 times 1. Okay? Now, this is called the cofunction, this part. So 1 over cosine is the same thing as secant. So that becomes 2 times secant of x. So that's basically what that is. Okay, that's about 5 minutes. You can rewind, go back and look at it, watch it again if you missed any part. Alright, see you in the next one.